What's up, guys, and welcome back to the 13th episode of the Pointless Podcast now. We've got Eric back now, finally, after a
Hey, guys.
week-long trip
Yep.
for work. Because everyone's adults now.
Doesn't really feel like it, though.
Well, at least you got paid.
Yeah. I'm going to put my time card as well. I don't know. Yeah, the pay is good. But, like, when...
The pay is good.
The pay is good.
Don't say what the pay is, but you told me what the pay is, and it's really good.
It's not really that good. I mean, to tell the truth, it's not worth how hard it was. Like, you'd want to get paid more for what I was doing.
I'm sure it wasn't how hard it was, but it's well above, like, what a lot of other jobs would pay that normal people would have.
Oh, okay.
Like, that are still doing uni and just working at, like, McDonald's or something.
Yeah. Nah, so, like, I went to a mine, and I was pretty much just assisting with, so they actually gave, this is my second time going to this site. The first time was really freaking hard, mainly because we were scrubbing pipes.
And you went for longer first time, didn't you?
Both times 5 days. So I did a week with both. The first time was really freaking hard, though. Like, every single person in the team was having to do, like, the gritty, dirty jobs. So it wasn't a case of me being, like, the lowest rung of the team having to do the dirty jobs. Like, everyone was doing it.
Yeah.
And even now, like, even if they're really experienced, they'll still, like, help sweep the floor and stuff. But yeah, this one wasn't as bad. Like, I didn't do 12-hour shift every day. I think I only did, like, 2 days that were 12 hours. Most of it was still, like, getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning in the freezing cold.
Yeah.
And, like, and then going off to work, and you can't wear jumpers and stuff because you have to wear your PPE, which is just like overalls.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was freezing. But we started at 5, and most days we would finish the labour intensive work by like 3 or 2, and then we'd go back to the office for a couple hours until about like 5, and then we'd leave. But yeah, you'd go back to like the cafeteria place they have on the mine site, and you'd eat dinner, and then you'd go back to your room to sleep, and by then it would be like 8, and then you just start again at 5 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, but you don't really have any leisure time to do, like, you can't watch stuff.
Yeah.
You could, but I just went to sleep. Like, you really have an hour or 2 maybe to do anything. I think I showered one day and went to bed at 10, and then had like 6 hours. I was like, oh
God. Yeah.
Yeah, so you pretty much had to hit the hay immediately. But the time before that was worse because we worked longer. Anyway, so this time, probably the worst thing I had to do was I had to take all these measurements of different water temperatures.
Oh, yeah.
And there's different levels in the smelter building. And we were on the top level, one of the, I think it's the eastern wall or something, doesn't have, like, it's open to allow air to flow through, which is normally good in summer because it gets freaking hot in there, but it's winter now. And
So
there's just, I think there's a storm in Adelaide while I was gone. Like, this place is in the middle of the desert, so it spat, I think, when it was, like, raining cats and dogs here.
Yeah.
But anyway, like, we got this galing wind, and
really
I had this galing wind freezing me and my partner to death while I'm sitting here trying to, like, write down on, like, a note sheet different temperatures and hoping to hell that the thing I'm holding doesn't blow away.
Okay, so the wind wasn't that bad over there.
No, it was freezing.
But, like, there wasn't strong wind because it was like...
It was very strong.
I was driving when the storm started, and I pulled over because my car kept getting, like, blown. It was too small or some shit.
There's a lot of surface area on a car, though, so that blows it.
It was...
No, the wind was really strong. It was blowing dust storms.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was freezing, and then we were lucky the next day there was wind, but it wasn't on that side of the plant, so we got sheltered from it, which was good. But yeah, it was pretty tiring, and I had to deal with, like, breathing through the respirator again, which is fun. The biggest problem is not breathing through the respirator, it's just that it's hard to get it comfortable because you test it by putting your hand over where you breathe through and then trying to breathe, and it, like, sucks it in.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure it doesn't suck in air from, like, outside the respirator around your chin or your like cheekbones. That's why you have to have clean shaven, so that there's no hair where the respirator meets your face.
Yeah.
But yeah, to make sure that it works properly, I tended to have it somewhat tight, And after about an hour of wearing it like that, it pushes down on your nose. And I think I've got like a little bit of a ridge step in my nose or something, which means that like it pushes more there. Yeah. And then after an hour of that, it's like if you try to yawn, you know how your mouth gets bigger when you do that? So it pushes the respirator up. Like, it hurts. No. It hurts. And after a while, you're just like, I really want to loosen this, but I don't want to breathe in dust and other like nasties. Because there's SO2 gas and stuff. To tell the truth, I don't think there's a whole lot of bad gas unless you're standing right above an opening to the furnace or to the smelter, which I wasn't, but it's still policy to wear it. And it'd be pretty stupid not to. So yeah, there was that. It actually wasn't too bad this time. It's just that, you know, it's 5 days where you go to work and then when you go home you just sleep.
Yeah.
So it's not something you'd want to do. I mean, a lot of people do it for more than 5 days. Some people do it for 6 months and stuff.
Yeah.
Or even longer. But yeah, it does take a toll because it's, you know, even just an 8-hour work day in the office sucks. But at least you can go home at like 5 and play some video games before you go to sleep, right? Or like watch something. Whereas with this, it's like, oh, I have an hour of leisure time before I have to sleep, or I'm not going to be able to stay awake.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then there's the fact that you're always eating this camp food, which is actually pretty good stuff. It's just that you get so sick of it after like 5 days.
Yeah. At least it's not like 6 months.
Yeah. I mean, we got so sick of it that we went out to the pub, which was nice. But yeah, I'm glad to be home, sleeping in my own bed. And you really appreciate the niceness of your own bed and your own room when you have to go somewhere else. Yeah. But anyway, and we recently finished Breaking Bad as well.
Well, wait, what do you prefer, the like 8-hour office days or 8-hour on the mine site days?
I mean,
because one's like labour intensive, but one's like, as you said, some days are really boring because you have like nothing to do.
Well, on the mine site, it's 8 hours working, but when you go back, you eat in the mess hall and talk with the team and stuff. So when you actually get your own time, it's probably more than 8 hours. Like when you're completely done, it's probably been like 12 hours, and that's when you're sitting like in your room and you can completely forget about work. So yeah, the office days are definitely nicer. Like going on site's cool because you actually get to see what the real thing and what's going on.
Yeah.
But you know, you wouldn't want to do it for a prolonged period of time because it is just taxing.
Yeah. There's got to be like a balance, because in my experience, I hate like the worst days I've had at work is just where there's nothing to do.
Oh,
just like standing around for like hours
on
end.
But then I suppose that depends on your type of job.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
That was another thing I really hurt about going on site, because all the time you're standing for prolonged hours, and your feet just freaking hurt. Like, I'm bad at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everyone was joking that I started dancing because my feet were so sore. I was like changing like my positions that I was standing.
I mean, it's just a thing. Like, like during school and stuff, you do a ton of PE and everything, but then when you work and you stand
for hours,
job, it's like a pain in your legs that you've never felt.
Yeah. Like being a security guard sucks.
Yeah,
because you have to stand for like hours and hours.
But then that's great. Like as soon as someone breaks in, you're just like, I'm really fucking pissed off with my feet already. I'm just gonna. You better not rob my store.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't even think I would really want to fight where my every step just hurts. You know?
Yeah, true.
But yeah, so we watched Breaking Bad.
Yeah, we finished Breaking Bad finally.
So last time we talked about it, we just finished season 3 or started season 3?
We just finished season 3.
So we just finished season 3, and I was quite liking the show then, right?
Yeah.
And I was hoping that it was gonna because Gus had been introduced and he was doing his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So got quite a shock after Gus died. And the show kind of got fucking trash.
Infamously, I remember exactly when you were talking in the podcast and being like, talking about all the things that you were hoping were happening. I was
going to hope like this massive drug empire would happen and stuff.
None of this is going to happen. I wish I had just spoiled the show for Eric from the start. But then at the end, you're like, so yeah, hopefully it gets better. And I was like, yeah, we'll see. I don't think Eric will like where it goes next. And you're like, what does that mean?
Just to skip to the chase, I thought the end was really well done. I liked the end. Like, I think it ended really well. But, except for that part where they play that music where it's like, I got what I deserved. And it's literally just like, oh yeah, guys, being a drug lord is a bad thing. Don't try this, guys. Yeah, it was fucking stupid. But, Yeah, I was kind of hoping after Gus died that Walt would kind of usurp the drug empire.
Yeah.
And he almost did, but not really. It kind of just stayed the same thing. Like, I realised in the end the show it wasn't really about Walt becoming like a drug lord. It was more about his human psyche sort of devolving in and out of being a really bad person. And it was more like a drama between that and the characters than it was ever a show about criminality.
Yeah.
It was just really annoying because the drug empire part was the part I liked about the show. Yeah, I'm trying to think what happened a bit before the very end.
So also someone did recommend another show.
Oh, okay.
But then it's based on a true story. So it's an adaptation of Escobar. But
Pablo
obviously,
Escobar, is that so?
yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously he's dead.
Yeah.
So it's going to end at some point, and he's going to die. And I don't know if he did even much.
I don't know much about him.
Warring and
Which
stuff.
one was he?
He's the one that like lost hundreds of billions of dollars to rats eating it because he just had so much money
Oh.
that like they stored it in warehouses and rats ate like hundreds of.
I suppose what it focuses on, because like Breaking Bad didn't focus it focused a bit, but not as much on running the business side of things.
Yeah.
It focused more on what happened to them as people and how it affected their relationships with other people.
Yeah.
And, like, it focused really heavily on Walt's like egotism and how he liked doing it, but he was always saying that he was doing it for his family. And it was kind of cool in the end where he just admitted to Scarlett. It was like, I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
And it was interesting what happened with Jesse as well. I think they played it pretty well, considering they were going to kill Jesse off in season 1.
Yeah, the whole payoff with Jesse was why every time in like season 2 and 3 and 4 you were like, I hate Jesse so much. I was like, God damn it. He has like there's no point to his entire story if you hate him this whole time. Like I think you're just gonna be like, oh, so what? Spoilers, he gets like tortured and shit. So what? Good.
I mean, his dialogue with Walt changes quite a bit after season 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I feel like the show was good, but I feel like it's, in my opinion, highly overrated. The only thing I think maybe meets the hype is probably the ending.
Yeah.
And the stuff with Gus. But the rest of it, it's definitely a really, really good show, but in terms of, I think you'd have to specifically tell someone before you tell them it's amazing that the plot is not going to be about a drug empire. Like, don't expect an action-packed series or like, you know, a chess game sort of thing. It's oh, I'm trying to think back to my English studies, but yeah, it's an exploration of the human like condition.
Yeah. I think most people that are going to watch it have probably already watched it.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't going to watch it, and then I ended up watching it.
Yeah. Only because everyone started recommending it when Game of Thrones was...
Yeah.
Literally only because everyone started talking about the ending and people were getting
I can
towards
see
saying
why
like,
people
oh,
said that.
Walt died and stuff, and I was like, no, guys. Eric might watch it.
I can see why people said it was good after Game of Thrones, because we just watched the ending of Game of Thrones, which was
Yeah.
trash, and then you'd think back to Breaking Bad and you'd only remember the ending, and you'd be like, oh, it had a fucking good ending.
Yeah.
That show was way better, and that's what people were saying. Unfortunately, that didn't mean that the show from start to finish was like amazing.
Mm-hmm. I can't decide whether I enjoyed watching it the first time around when I loved every part of it, or the second time around when you were shitting on it and we had other people here commentating on it.
I also shitting on it.
And joking about it and everything, yeah. Like, I can't tell. But I had two very different experiences watching it twice now, so I'll never have to watch it again.
You have to agree that like the first season was bad. I am the
Yeah.
blowfish. You are
That
the
was
blowfish.
season 3, dude.
That was season 3? Oh my fucking god. And people say this is great. That was... Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know why we
I am
continued
the
watching it.
blowfish. Because I kind of wanted to be sure before I shut on it.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to watch the whole thing because maybe it would be a drug empire in the last season. Maybe they'll do it in the last episode. Well, they kind of did it. Like, they were exporting stuff to Europe, but it was
Yeah.
just so. I don't know. Like, they all they ever did most of the time was just make the product, and they did some deals with other people and shit.
Yeah.
They almost did at one point, but they never had another gang that tried to encroach on their turf that they had to, like, beat back.
Yeah, so it's like a very TV show problem. Like, the Walking Dead premise sounds decent, but then you realise that it's just like
Yeah, because at the end of the
about
day,
like 8 characters surviving from like 1 or 2 dead per episode because that's all they can afford to do.
in the end, what you
It's all, like,
practically do
small.
is got to be small.
Yeah.
But I mean, hopefully that'll change in the future because shows are getting huge budgets now.
Yeah, like the Lord of the Rings $1 billion TV show.
And The Witcher. That looks like
Yeah.
does that look like a $1 billion TV show? It looks
no,
like.
definitely not. No,
You reckon?
definitely not. No, billion, like, Avatar cost like 400 million only because they had to develop all the technology. Like, billions, like, I don't know what the
Why the
they're
fuck did they
doing.
waste it on in Game of Thrones then? Where did that go?
No, Game of Thrones was only $1 million per episode.
I thought you said that was $1 billion.
No, Lord of the Rings is $1 billion.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's like, it's
What are they
mental.
spending it on? Are they not going to have any CGI?
Half on marketing.
Half on marketing.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, this is like COD all over again,
It's
where the
gonna
actual
have-
product is
It's
trash.
gonna have triple the marketing budget of the last Avengers movie, which was friggin' everywhere.
That's stupid. What's the point of even having a product?
But the actual production budget is still even higher than any other film or like TV project.
Mhm.
500 million is still
Triple the
ridiculous.
marketing.
It's still ridiculous, whatever they
It
end
is
up doing.
ridiculous, yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do. They're probably gonna build like a physical Minas Tirith or something.
Yeah, what are they gonna
Like
do?
that's what they're gonna have.
I
to
feel
do.
like maybe they just won't have any CGI and it'll all be practical effects. Maybe that's why it's that expensive.
or they could have a lot of big actors in it.
Yeah, they'll probably do that. It just sounds like a gross waste of funds. They'll probably waste all their money filming stuff in 100 different countries with 100 different directors, just like Game of Thrones.
The other thing is anything Amazon makes, they're gonna spend a shit ton on marketing because they have like,
A lot of platforms.
well, they just like they have a company policy where they don't make any revenue or profit, whichever one is like after you, like
Mhm.
whatever they make in a month they spend on like R&D and shit.
Okay.
They always have like a net zero. Like it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like they've never turned a profit.
Oh, okay. So they just put
They
all
just
their
spend
money.
it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you made a shit ton of money selling books this month. Let's start up a rocket company. Why
Yeah.
not? Let's burn money. So yeah, they'll probably just do that. They'll probably do like 50 TV shows, all with like $1 billion budget. It'll be really bad. And it'll be the young Aragon story, apparently.
Really?
Apparently.
I don't know what they're going to do with that, though. Because there's no
Yeah.
epic fight he's going to really
I
have.
don't know what they can do with anything. Like, it's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Just leave it alone.
It's been done.
Yeah. The actual good thing should be the Star Wars shows that are coming.
The Malarian, is that what it's called?
Yeah, The Mandalorian.
The Mandalorian, sorry.
Which I think is PG-13, which is MA-15 plus here.
I was
So
going to
it's gonna
say,
be-
when you said PG-13, I was
Yeah.
like, it's for fucking
yeah,
children.
That's why I clarified. Because in America they have G,
Which is
PG,
M- which is
PG-13,
MA-15 plus
and then, like,
here.
X, yeah.
Okay, it's just that we're pussies.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so fucking stupid old women in charge of our, like, censorship board.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's going to be the first Star Wars thing like that, so hopefully that'll be good.
I thought it was going to be R-rated.
No. I don't think they'll ever go down that road.
Oh.
I don't think they'll ever make anything
Well, it is
R-rated.
Disney, so...
Yeah. I think they'll pull back on everything like Deadpool and everything else and make them not R-rated,
Really?
probably. And I mean, you can do it reasonably, but
Yeah.
it depends what they do. Because I saw the other day someone redid like Captain America fight scenes, but instead of his shield like hitting people, it like cuts them in half and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's literally like a thin piece of metal.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's what should happen.
Yeah.
Not this stupid like PG. oh, I got hit with a metal shield. I'm gonna fall over now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lie here. Yeah.
So dumb. And then the Clone Wars is coming back too.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. If they do it right. I don't even remember season 6.
Me either.
Because I remember when it got cancelled, we were like, oh no.
I remember
they brought it back for like...
I remember they cancelled the end. The last couple of things I remember is, I think it's Mandalore, where they had the Battle of Mandalore.
Yeah.
I remember that. Was that season 5 though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were all like 22 episode
Because season
seasons,
6
but then
had,
they cancelled it and they released like a comic book and a book.
Season 6 had where the clones, like, became the Empire, right? And they terminated all the Jedi.
No.
Oh, they're not up to that yet.
No, they're never going to get up to that, probably.
I thought they did. They showed a trailer for that.
Maybe in season 7.
Because I thought they showed a trailer past where the clones had become the Empire.
I think they were just doing that as marketing.
Fucking. This is why I hate marketing, because marketing is lies.
Yeah, I think Clone Wars will always just be during the Clone Wars.
Because it's called Clone Wars.
Yeah. But...
I like the Star Wars Battlefront 2. That when I say Star Wars Battlefront 2, I mean the original.
The original, yeah.
Who was the company that made that?
THQ and Pandemic.
THQ and Pandemic, Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the PlayStation 2. Because you played as the clones and you did that. You went through...
In that era, within like 24 months, they released Destroy All Humans 1 and 2.
Yeah, I know.
Battlefront 1 and 2.
We've had this conversation.
And Saints Row 1 and 2, yeah. The best
They did
company that's
Saints
ever
Row?
existed. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And then they went bankrupt.
No.
And fucking Deep Silver bought most of the rights and EA got the other shit.
Oh my god.
Deep Silver's worse than EA.
But yeah, like you played as the clones.
That story was good.
You started off like liberating the galaxy from... Who were they called? The guys in the droids?
The CIS.
The CIS, yeah.
Confederacy.
The Confederacy, yeah. Yeah, you destroyed them, which was really hard. And then you became the Empire and terminated the Jedi. It was freaking sick.
Yeah. But also, that game was so rushed.
Yeah, but even as a rushed game, like in those days, you have to remember...
Like the campaign missions were literally just the multiplayer maps with objectives on them.
First of all, you have to remember that in the PS2 days, that was normal.
Yeah.
Second
but this
of all,
also
like,
came out... Battlefront 2 also came out 6 months before Halo 3.
Yeah. Yeah, but Halo 3 was ahead of its time. You can't compare everything to Halo 3.
Yeah, true.
Then you had the fact that games made of movies, or spin-offs of movie games, were always shit.
Mm.
And then somehow Star Wars Battlefront 2 was amazing though. Like the only other...
It's really widely known that they like...
I think it was
pushed it
GoldenEye,
like 12
the
months
James
up.
Bond game. That was the other like good movie game.
That's like 20 years old now or something.
Something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, like... That was supposed to come out like 11 months later, but then they were like, no, Revenge of the Sith, come on, guys.
Like one of the things with...
Just use the...
Star Wars
movie
Battlefront
scenes for
2's...
cutscenes.
You could tell it was rushed because there was no...
It was only really the campaign that was rushed.
Yeah, there was no campaign for the Rebels.
Yeah. Well, it was obvious that they wanted to do like a proper campaign.
Yeah.
But then they were like, no, you've got like a month to release. And they were like, okay, we'll just throw objectives on the multiplayer maps and do that.
There was a lot of maps though, so I don't think that was a big deal.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible.
And the maps were the actual places a lot of this stuff happened.
Yeah. I just remember the Naboo one because you had to like... Because you remember how small Naboo was.
Yeah.
You had to go from like point A to point B to point A to point B to point A to point B and do like 8 objectives in this mission, but it was just like running around this small little city.
Yeah.
And I was like...
But then again, maps in those games were tiny. Like the Halo maps weren't big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor guys. They got completely messed over.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Eric should have never watched Breaking Bad because he didn't like the plot. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it this week, guys. We'll talk to you next week, I guess. Thanks for watching.
See you guys.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in